This is how I change colors on a granny square. There's many other ways to do this. This is just how I prefer to do it. So just like I did in the other parts, I'm going to slip stitch my way into the first corner, and that's going to help me hide the end of the first color in the corner piece. So after I chain one, I'm going to cut my yarn, and then I'm going to pull the yarn out and grab my second color. Then I'm going to take the new yarn and hold it to my work, insert my loop into the corner, pull up a loop, and then chain 3 for my first double crochet. And then when I'm working the rest of the corner, I'm going to hold both pieces with the chains so that I can work them into the stitch. Now I'm not going to show you how to work the rest of this round. The instructions are still the same, but I will show you how I like to weave in my ends too. So I just slip stitched my way back into the first corner. I did not chain 1 before cutting the yarn and pulling it through. And this is because it'll help me hide the yarn better when I insert my needle in between the loops of the corner chains. And from there, I'm just going to weave it in between the stitches and through the stitches themselves, going in 3 directions. I'm going in 3 directions because the yarn can't really travel around corners. So even if the piece gets tugged on or pushed around or washed, the yarn will not start unraveling itself. I also like to go into the direction the yarn is already traveling within the stitch, or in this case, in the loops that I can easily hide it into. So from there, I'm just going to cut it, and then I'll show you how I weave in the original color. So for the original color, I already crocheted into the corner stitches there, but that's only one direction, and I want to go into 2 more directions. And the other thing is, I cut it a teensy bit short, and sometimes when you're using a yarn needle, it can be a little difficult to keep the yarn on the needle as you're trying to feed it through the stitch. So another tip I have is you can feed the needle through the stitch first, and then as you pull the needle about halfway through, you can add the string or the yarn into the needle and then pull the needle through to get the yarn. If you like these kind of close-up stitch tutorials, be sure to like and follow. I post them every single day. Happy hooking!